Elon Musk has a knack for staying in the news, whether it's his childish tweets or his problematic opinions, or maybe the fact he's facing a lawsuit from Twitter. Speaking of lawsuits, Twitter isn't the only one suing him. No, he's also being sued by his customers now. What's all of this about? Let's find out, but make sure to stay to the end of the video to learn all about it. First up, is Tesla's full self-driving a sham? Tesla's been marketing their full self-driving system, also known as the FSD, for close to 8 years now. Ever since 2016, we've been hearing about the California-based company's Autopilot programming, and there's always a lot of hype and mystery surrounding it. And most importantly, it just released a software update called 10.69, considering the previous version was called 10.13. We're sure the 0.69 is just Elon being cheeky. But the name isn't the most horrific thing about this update, it's the price. It'll set you back a whopping $15,000 to get the equipment installed in your car, and then if you want active self-driving features, you'll need to pay a $200 per month subscription. So it's not cheap, but many folks ask if it's worth it. In short, no, not really, because Tesla's FSD is only level 2 autonomous driving. That means that a driver will still need to be present in the cockpit and be attentive to the road. On top of that, in the event of a crash, the driver will be responsible. If something terrible ends up happening, you will be prosecuted. And let's not forget that GM's Super Cruise and Mercedes Intelligent Drive are also just the same things. Until Tesla reaches level 5, it really won't be doing justice to the full self-driving name, because only then can a car make all the decisions without the necessity of a driver being in the seat. The tech in itself might not be a sham, but the name most certainly is misleading. And Musk keeps promising that autonomous driving is just around the corner, and it's been just around the corner for about a few years now, which is exactly why his company is facing a lawsuit. Up next is the class action lawsuit against Tesla. Now that we've talked about all the problems with Tesla's full self-driving, let's move on to why some customers might just be a little upset over how the company has handled it. A US Tesla owner has commenced legal action against the EV giant, claiming the company has misled buyers, and he's also claimed they falsely advertised the timing of their autonomous driving technology since 2016. He's not only sued on his behalf, but also on the behalf of other car buyers who felt misled. The Tesla owner, Mr. Briggs Matsko, has accused Tesla and Elon Musk of advertising its Autopilot and Full Self-Driving software as fully functioning or just around the corner since 2016. The lawsuit was filed in a San Francisco federal court and is seeking unspecified damages for Tesla owners who've purchased or leased one of the company's cars equipped with FSD since 2016. This can all go away, or this could be something that will bring down the US EV startup, because if Musk is forced to pay people what they've spent on self-driving capabilities in the past 8 years, his company will simply go bankrupt. At the same time, the eccentric billionaire has acknowledged that Tesla would need a solution to deal with the folks who bought this tech ages ago, maybe something along the lines of a reduced price for FSD in the future. But for a lawsuit to stick, you need to prove the company has malicious intent, and no, we didn't learn this from Suits, we learned this from Better Call Saul. The question is, does Mr. Matsko believe Tesla had malicious intent? Let's find out. Moving on, why did Matsko sue Tesla? In his lawsuit, the US car buyer states the EV maker wanted to generate excitement about his electric cars. He believes they did that to attract investors, drive up the stock price, and of course, most importantly, improve its sales. In the lawsuit, he claimed that Tesla has deceived and misled consumers regarding the current abilities of its technology, and by representing that it was perpetually on the cusp of perfecting that technology and finally fulfilling its promise of producing a fully self-driving car. He further stated that time and time again, these promises have proven false. The company and its CEO have continued this charade to generate media attention and deceive customers into believing it has cutting-edge tech. He believes that it did this to establish itself in the fast-paced world of EVs. And we don't know what Tesla's intentions were, but if that was the company's plan all along, they've succeeded so far. Yes, they now have a lawsuit on their hands, but hey, at least the stock price is doing quite okay. It's not what it was 6 months ago, but it isn't the worst. He finished his remarks by stating the company has yet to produce anything even remotely close to a fully self-driving car, and he wouldn't be wrong. As we mentioned, Tesla's autonomous driving is at level 2 right now. There are 6 levels, with level 0 being absolutely no autonomous driving and 5 being fully autonomous driving with no driver needed. They're only halfway there, and the higher the level, the more difficult it is to achieve. Maybe Mr. Matsko is correct after all. The least Tesla should do is change its name from Full Self-Driving. Next up, why is Matsko so pissed? For starters, he purchased a Model X SUV back in 2018, paying an additional $5,000 for the enhanced Autopilot semi-autonomous system. He did this because he was one of the blokes who fell for the tech company's "it's around the corner" sham. Launched in 2015, Autopilot is similar to several other semi-autonomous systems offered by car makers. You want to know what others are calling it? Adaptive cruise control and lane-keeping assistance. Even budget brands such as China's MG have all these features. Then what's so special about Tesla? Enhanced Autopilot claims to add functions such as parking, lane change, allowing the car to be summoned by its owner, automatic navigation, and the ability to detect and stop at traffic signs and lights. Don't get us wrong, this is cool, very cool, but it's just not fully self-driving. It's far from that. Matsko has every right to be pissed if he dropped $5,000 believing he'll get autonomous driving soon. And while we're giving you the perspective of one guy who came forward with this suit, let's not forget many others who have felt the same way, and they've joined hands with him as well. Lastly, will we ever see full self-driving? The full self-driving system hasn't been without controversy. Aside from potentially deceiving consumers, it's also accused of fatal injuries. It was released in September of 2021, utilizing real-time data gathered by the company's customers on public roads to improve the system. The lawsuit alleges dozens of people have suffered fatal and other injuries as a result of collisions. These collisions have also triggered a host of investigations by local and federal regulators. Since 2016, the U.S. National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, darn that's a mouthful, has opened up more than 30 investigations into crashes caused by the company's semi-autonomous systems. These crashes have resulted in more than 20 fatalities. Earlier this month, Musk claimed we'll see FSD operational by the end of the year. Sounds familiar? Yep, that's because this echoes his comments made in 2020 and 2021. Even if he achieves it, will it ever be fully allowed? Because, for example, in Australia, FSD doesn't comply with local road rules. Enhanced Autopilot is available, though, for an additional $5,100. The funny part is, though, Australians can still order the FSD system for $10,100. Maybe they're waiting for it to be legal. But as of right now, all we know is that Tesla is sued for broken promises on Autopilot and full self-driving arrival timing. Now, some other news in the world of tech. First of all, Xpeng is piling up pressure on Tesla. Chinese EV maker Xpeng has launched an advanced driver assistance system similar to Tesla's FSD, and now some of the company's P5 sedans that are fitted with LiDAR sensors can access city navigation guided pilot through over-the-air updates. Here's where Tesla comes in. Its FSD has not been approved for use in China, but Xpeng got the approval. Let's talk about how bikes may be the key to progress, not self-driving cars. In Europe, in the past year, as many EVs have been sold as the number of e-bikes, these bikes operate just like regular bicycles. They have a low carbon footprint and they don't need billions of dollars to develop. These two-wheelers seem to be the solution to every existential problem facing humanity. And on top of that, it's darn good for your health. Maybe this is what we need to be looking into. Finishing up, can you develop your own chips? The chip shortage has been brutal, but GM's subsidiary has found the solution. They are developing their chips and will not need to rely on anyone else in the future. Is that an expensive process? Yes, but it'll pay off when other manufacturers may again face supply chain problems and crews will just be there chilling, laughing at them in the corner. And that's a wrap for this video. Whose side are you on, Tesla's or Matsko's? Comment below and let us know. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more content like this. See you in the next one.